Hello, 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 Rippers. How are all of you guys today? I hope you're A-OK. I'm going to try this video upside down and backwards. Now, some of you might say that's what all your videos are like, and I'll say, hey, smartass, put it in the comments. No, just kidding. You know I love you. And I am kind of half-assed backwards and all that kind of stuff. So, that being said, this should go smoothly. You guys, I've been reading your comments, and boy, there's some good ones, and I've got a list of videos to do, and I hope you appreciate them. I hope they're helpful, and one of the biggest ones I've seen recently, since I've been kind of going over techniques, and other people have too, is how on earth are we supposed to practice our shooting when ammo has become unobtainium? That's right, unobtainium. It's kind of like kryptonite for people who like guns. That's right. But it's not kryptonite, and it's not my kryptonite. That's sharp objects. So, I'm going to show you guys what I use to practice, because fear not, you can get all kinds of practice right now. And pretty realistic too. So, of course, we're talking about 22s. The good thing about 22s is you can get ammo these days still. Make friends with a cashier or a cashier man, I think that's what you call them, and be friendly. Smile, ask how their day was. Next time you're in your favorite stores like Sportsman's or Sportsman's Guide or let's see, Coastal, Big R, Weimar, Fred Meyer, well, wherever they sell ammo, right? Figure out when their trucks come and be there first thing that morning. That's the hardest part. Okay, get them a coffee or something like that. Just something nice. Anyway, once you've done that, you'll be able to get ammo easier than you think. Now, once you do that, go ahead and get yourself some 22 ammo. Last time I picked some up, I picked up a few thousand rounds, and that's because it was between $18 and $25 per 500 rounds, and that was for premium stuff. That's right, premium. So it can be gotten. So imagine, get yourself two. That's $50 at the most. That's a lot of shooting. 1,000 rounds. That's a lot of practice, and that will be awesome. So once you've gotten your unobtainium, be sure to check these ones out. Now, these are the ones I use mainly. But first, I'm going to show you some other options, just in case you already have them. One, of course, your Ruger, Mark, whatever. And in 22, bull barrel, whatever, blah, 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 government. The problem is, this one doesn't feel very realistic. It's great for shooting squeaks. And, it's good for chasing kids off your property. Just kidding. And it's fun for punching paper with. And it's very accurate, but it's not real realistic. So I wouldn't use this to practice with. Then you've got this one. That's right. Yeehaw! 6 guns. You can wear a belt with all the little shells showing, right? And just draw, mister. Come see me at high noon, right? That's fun shit. But unless you're a cowboy shooter, this isn't going to be very realistic. And we're not hunting cowboys and Indians or anything like that. We are hunting zombies and liberals. Just kidding. We're not hunting anybody. But we're practicing. And we're not practicing for cowboys and Indians. So this won't be very realistic. Now, we've got this option. Woo, yeah, that's right. Buck Roger. Right? These are awesome. But as we know, if you're a Jedi Knight, you can block all this. Yeah, so not very realistic again. Fun to shoot. Super accurate. It's what my son shoots at targets. But not realistic. So we'll just scratch this one. Oh, just so you were knowing, this is the Beretta Neos. See, they even named it after, what's his name? Keanu Reeves. Anyhow, and this one, of course, everybody knows that's like a Ruger or something or another. It's a Ruger single 6. Now, this is the old one with 3 screws or something like that, so you gotta watch out. Anyhow, that being said, now we're to the realistic ones. Now, my favorite one, and the one I use most often for practice because it works so good, and I just got it because it was cheap. Cheap, I'm telling you. This right here is the Taurus TX22. It even comes with, for no extra cost, a little adapter for putting a suppressor on. You just unscrew the other one and screw on this one, you're way to go. It's fairly light, but that makes it recoil a little bit more, so it actually is more realistic. It feels, fits, and looks like any other Glock, Smith & Wesson, M&P, which are the same thing, stupid, or you know, you've got your what do you call them, Springfield Armories look like this. You've got your H&Ks. I mean, the list goes on. They look all like this. Now, it's got kind of a fat grip on it. That's because they actually made, unlike Glock and their 22, loser. Anyhow, you don't want to get that one. First off, they said they would do 15 rounds and they only did 10. And they still couldn't get 10 to feed right. And you'll pay $400 for a Glock. You're going to die when you know how much I paid for this one. Now, 15 rounds too, goes right in there like that. Now you can see we're empty, and that magazine was empty. It has a slide release just like any other. It's got an accessory rail so you can put your light and laser on there for your nighttime practice, which is something that's important. Not so much the laser, because that's only if you got night vision, but pretty much you can use it otherwise too. But I always buy a light and laser because it's not that much more, and you have that option. Now the light, it's better than holding a light. Nobody likes to do this stuff or this stuff like this. That's no fun. Just have it on your gun. It's much easier. Now this bad boy right here only has a single magazine release. It's not ambidextrous, but it does have the squared off trigger guard so you can practice that grip I was telling you about. But it does have a safety like this. Now, some of you might say, well, that's not like my Glock. Well, you're right. This is a striker fire, just like a Glock. So just leave that off, and it just is like your Glock. It won't go off unless you pull the trigger. So, or if you have a 1911 or something with a safety like that, then use it so that you get used to triggering that off when you draw it out of your holster, okay? All right, this thing right here, stand back, hold on, $279. That's right, $279 on sale. And they have a lot of them because people aren't looking for these. That's another great reason why to get a 22, because you can conserve ammo. Because a 22 like this can hunt critters. It can protect you, believe it or not. There's a lot you can do with this. You can punch paper all day long. You can practice. It's awesome. This is a great one. Now, if you have smaller hands, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about, okay? Size doesn't matter. That's what they say. If you have smaller hands, you want to get yourself something like this. This is a Walter P22. As you can see, it's unloaded. It only has a 10-round magazine, but that's okay because you can get a bunch of them. It has a slide release just like everyone else. Right there, see it? Now, it has a rail on the front, and as you can see, I got my light laser on there. It also is threaded so you can take, accept a can. As you can see, I got my can. Do you got a can? Can I see it? Okay, no, just kidding. I digress. But it does have an ambidextrous safety, and it does fit narrower, smaller hands like this. You can just get your pinky on there, and it's small enough to carry. This is an excellent firearm, and it feels like the 9mm version or some of your other smaller 9mm. This will work real great. Now, it has a Beretta style safety. I'm not a real fan of those, but if you have a Beretta, this is another good choice. So now, when we're talking about the can, the thing about a can is this one's not that expensive and it works great. It was like $200, but the stamp was $200, and then of course it takes like a year and a half or something to get it from the government. But once you have it, you can practice without earring protection on using subsonic ammo, and even with full power ammo, you can still kind of shoot it without hearing protection, although I advise that you don't, just because it's always good to take extra precautions. Now, you can also do things like get critters that are getting into things around your property if you live out of the city limits. So that's another nice thing. Now, there's one other advantage to this. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this pistol, as you can see, is a double single action. Okay, so if you have a double single action, that's the way to go. Now, there is some ammo you can get for your 22, and especially if you have a can. Do you see that? That's like a little pellet in the end of an empty case that just has a primer. So that makes it go about as fast as a pellet gun. Actually, some pellet guns are faster. So you could technically practice in your backyard. Not advising that, not telling you to do that, unless of course you live outside the city limits, but it won't wake the neighbors up at 4 in the morning if you can't sleep. And it's good for getting little critters like rats and mice. And it makes it fun. So, something to think about. Those are called Colibri rounds. Can you say that? I can't say it. Colibri. Okay, Colibri rounds. These are nice. I think Aguilera or something like that makes them. So, that's something to think about. They make them in 2 different powers, wimpy and extra wimpy, right? But they're handy. Now, they won't cycle your semi-auto, so they're better in a revolver, or you just have to cycle the action yourself. There we go. Now, the last one. This is the one that's the most realistic. Now, they make these, oh yeah, these right here, in all kinds of different manufacturers, different calibers. You can get them for different lines of Glock. You can get them for Shield or your M&Ps or, well, any of them, really, if you look hard enough. And this is an upper conversion kit. Now, here we have my Glock 21, okay? This is my Glock 21. Now, this is one of my main pistols that I use a lot, so I like to practice with it. Now, this is the best part. You'll be able to use all of this down here, so it'll be just like you're holding your real gun. You don't have to take your light off or nothing. All you have to do is just take down your pistol like that. Oh shit, I broke it again. Oops. Nah, I didn't break it. I'm just fooling you. But you just take the slide off the top, you set that down. Now you get into this box here, and it's got its own slide, and you just take that and slide her on there. Oh, come on now, don't fight me. You're making me look bad. Oh shit, sabeezies. Okay, take my time now. There we go. Now it's on there. See that? Doesn't that look just like it did before, except there's no barrel sticking out the end? And as you can see, the sights are very realistic. That's because it's really realistic, and it's the same lower that you just got done using. Now, you take this magazine, you set it aside, and you take this magazine, which is 10 rounds of 22, and you just put her right in there like that. Now you have a 22 Glock. One that works, not like their other one that can't feed anything, even super duper ammo, and it only has 10 rounds when they promised 15. Shame on them. And it was $400. I never bought one. Don't buy a Glock 22. Okay, till they get their act straight. So anyway, there you have it. That right there will give you the most realistic practice you can get. Okay? And, whoa, price on this? Sorry. This is anywhere, you can find them used sometimes for as low as $200, but new, $250 to $300 for most of the models. And then all you have to do to get it go back is just take it down again. You just, well, first you got to pull the trigger like that, and then you got to, oh shit, hold on. Oh shit. I can do it. I can do it. My fingers aren't working. Here we go. I'm gonna get it, don't worry. There we go. Oh, come on off of there. Haha, I broke it. Sometimes it's a little bit of a booger. Oh, I had the magazine in. Stupid. Don't do that with the magazine in. Okay, so now you can just put that back in there, put this magazine in there. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, you guys will get a chuckle out of that. You just put your other slide right back on there like that, just like a pro. See that? Boom, just put that back in. Now you got your 45 back. So that goes over some realistic options and ammo that you can still get and still afford. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope this helps you get the practice that you need. Be sure you do the practice, okay? So if you like this, be sure to put your comments down in the comment section, especially if you have any questions or suggestions for other videos. I've got a stack of suggestions that I'm working hard on for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it. I certainly appreciate you guys. Be sure to remember to stay safe, secure, aware of your surroundings, and always prepared for anything that may come your way. I love all of you guys. Be sure to check out the other great channels that I have in my description section. And I really do appreciate all your support and your feedback on the posts and my community things that I do. And I look forward to this new year with all of you. Much love. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to tip you down like this. Now, oh, I'm going to dip you. Dip, spin.